Good evening, Teacher Franklin. I am Marta Zambache. I am in class 101. In this time, I'm going to talk a very important topic that we have in this subject, academic reading and writing too, that is summarize. The use of summarized information to summarize is to extract the most important information from any source. Also, the length of the summarize is short. Also, it is a synthesis technique through with which text or context the most essential expressions. Also, it is easier that the readers can understand about some topic. We have need to apply this strategy or characteristic because we can do develop a good summarize, also potential or critical and comparative. For that reason, we can have a good communication, and the communication is quickly, clearly, and precisely. We have the first strategy to summarize. According to this author, to Fitzpatrick in 2011, he said that we need to follow some steps such as read carefully, locate the main and supporting points, paraphrase, write a paragraph with ideas, and the last edit. It is necessary to follow this step to complete a good summarize. I took this example about COVID-19. How is the impact in the psychological human beings? It is a reliable source that I took in the journal article. Don't forget that we need to put this information in our summarize. For example, the author, what is the topic, when, date, where is the place, why we, for example, we have analyzed the psychological impact that had COVID-19 produced on human beings and how we do it. We have the summarize to follow the step that Fitzpatrick said us. Shortly, read carefully, and we try to do all steps in this summarize. Other strategy that we have is according to this author Valls in 2018. He said that it's very important that students useful take some very important information for summarize, for example, the name of the article, what the author is doing, where the author doing, and others. For example, we have who is the story, the text or about, what did the author do, when did the action take place, where did the story happen, why did the main character do what he or she did, how did the main character do what he or she. This information helps us to retell a story in our own words. We have this example about euthanasia. I take this example in a journal article about this important topic for me. I follow and I take the information of this context. For example, in this we have who is the author, name is Dr. Alejandro Goy. What is the topic, notes on euthanasia. When is the day? 2005. Where is the place? Santiago de Chile. Why is elucidate in Dr. will be morally allowed to cause the death of a patient prematurely or to allow it to occur? How? By answering a set of simple questions that cover the topic from different angles. This information is very necessary that we have in our summarizes. We have the summarizes. Don't forget it's short. It has all the steps that the author recommended. Other strategy is according to this author that is Drew in 2020. He affirms that it's very important to follow these steps. For example, read first. We need to read the abstract. Stop reading the article if it doesn't make sense. Scan before we read. Read the literature review briefly. Read briefly the methodology. Jump to the conclusion. If it is a set reading, take notes. This will help the summary to be clearly in terms of the vocabulary, communicates the meat of the ideas are expressed in this text. For example, we have an interesting topic about the prison crisis in Ecuador. This is a good example that I take in the journal article. We need to put the information about this article, author, what, when, where, why, and how. After that, we try to follow the steps that author said us. First, I read the abstract about this article, also briefly the methodology, read briefly the structure of this paragraph. This is the summarize. Also, is short, and we review the grammar, the punctuation that is very important that we have. Also, in this paragraph, is short because it's the only I take the most relevant ideas, aspects, and situation about this. Other strategy to summarize said us that need to discuss the abstract also because it can help illustrate or provide new information about that topic. Don't forget that we need to connect in the summarize our own main points or paraphrase the reader because it helps that the readers can clearly understand. Also giving our opinion on the material that you have to summarize because that is the most essential. We need to synthesize in the summarize. I take this example in the journal article about is the global climate, global weight, how it's changed our planet. We have, don't forget, the information of the text with the name of the author, who, what is the topic, when is the day, where is the place, why, and how. This is important information that we need to put in our summarizing. We have the summarize. It's short. I review all. I follow the steps that it has the most relevant aspects. Is easier that understand, can read and understand the topic that understand. I put some ideas that I understand in this summary. Finally, we have the bibliographic references where I find the journal article where I found the information about that, about my exposition. Thanks a lot, teacher, for your attention. Have a good night. Bye. Thank you.